Well, hello, folks. I'm Bradford Becker. Welcome to Red Barn Radio, now in our 24th year of broadcasting. Tonight we present Roots Music Southern Style, episode number 945. Huh? Right. Seems like a special number. The only thing full spectrum bluegrass has to prove, they say, is that bluegrass music is for everybody. Full spec, as they're often called, finds fans in old school grassers, deadheads, Americana fans, and everyone who enjoys a passionate live performance. Their live set is a high energy mix of originals, bluegrass standards, and unexpected deep cuts. The band is made up of Colin Cosgrove on mandolin, Amelia Mason on banjo, Luke Freeman on guitar, and B. Riley on bass. Full Spectrum is based in Rogers Park, Chicago, Illinois. Welcome, Full Spectrum Bluegrass.
I'm sad and blue 'cause I'm lonesome. I'm lonesome 'cause I'm sad and blue. There ain't no escaping this sad, sorry shape. I'm in trouble and I don't know what to do. What makes the grass grow greener? What makes the world spin around? And what makes these god-awful blues wanna follow my sorry ass all over town? 'Cause I'm sad and blue 'cause I'm lonesome. I'm lonesome 'cause I'm sad and blue. There ain't no escaping this sad, sorry shape. I'm in trouble and I don't know what to do. Lord knows that I've tried drinking. I've got down and prayed on my knees. I've tried and I've tried. I've cried, but the blues won't quit following me. 'Cause I'm sad and blue 'cause I'm lonesome. I'm lonesome 'cause I'm sad and blue. There ain't no escaping this sad, sorry shape. I'm in trouble and I don't know what to do. What would it take to be happy? And what would it take just to be? And what would it take to make these god-awful red hanging blues quit following me? I'm sad and blue 'cause I'm lonesome. I'm lonesome 'cause I'm sad and blue. There ain't no escaping this sad, sorry shape. I'm in trouble and I don't know what to do. There ain't no escaping this sad, sorry shape. I'm in trouble and I don't know what to do.
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Our guest this evening on Red Barn Radio is Full Spectrum Bluegrass. About a year and a half ago, they released their debut EP called Homesick. The music skillfully carries the torch of Monroe and Crowe, but also incorporates songs that explore ideas and emotions more typically carried in other musical genres. I'm interested in knowing more about these folks, and I'd hunch lots of you would feel the same way. How good it is that you've joined us tonight for our program. Full Spectrum Bluegrass is here all the way from Chicago, and we are going to have a great time. We're already having a good time. Great to have you guys here. Let's get to it. Full Spectrum Bluegrass.
Thank you guys so much. We got a couple traditional tunes for you.
The first one was called Bill Cheatham. It's a traditional tune, and then we followed it up with John Hardy. That's the one with words.
We're about to follow it up with John Hardy.
Yeah, we're gonna play John Hardy next. It's a traditional tune, but I need to tune up for the sake of your guys' ears, so I thought we'd just take a break to introduce the songs. How does that sound to everybody out there? The B strings a little
Just
out?
shout real loud if you, maybe we'll hear you.
Down or up? All right, Cece says good. Yeah, we're gonna play John Hardy for you. It's a traditional tune. 1, 2, 3.
John Hardy was a desperate little man, strapped on a gun every day. Killed a man on the East Virginia line. Ought to see John Hardy get away. Ought to see John Hardy get away. John Hardy ran to the corner saloon, so wasted he could not see. Along came a sheriff slinging guns in his hand. Said, John Hardy, better come along with me. John Hardy, come along with me. John Hardy came to visit that day. The dress she wore was blue. Looked John Hardy deep into his eyes. Said, John, you know that I'll be true. John Hardy, I'll be true to you. Second visit John Hardy that day. Dress that she wore was red. Looked John Hardy square in the eyes. Said, Johnny boy, I'd rather see you dead. Or John Hardy, I'd rather see you dead. John Hardy was a desperate little man, carried guns every day, shot a man just to watch him die. John Hardy ought to get away, but John Hardy never got away. John Hardy never got away.
How do you like that, man? That's Amelia Mason on the banjo over there. And this next tune we're gonna do is one of the ones that people liked of ours from real early on. It's called Drive Slow. It's one of the first tunes we ever wrote. And it was written by Miss Amelia Mason over here on the banjo. So we'll play it nice and in tune for you.
As best we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Drive slow, drive slow, drive slow, drive slow. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. 'Cause the road is rocky and the going gets There's a bear coming at you in the middle of the road. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. We both know you've been hit before. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. The road is rocky and the going gets rough. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. Well, it's many times that I've lost my way. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. And if you care for me, you won't make the same mistakes. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Drive slow. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. The road is rocky and the going gets rough. Honey, if you love me, drive slow. Honey, if you love me, drive slow.
Amelia Mason, everybody.
Yes, so this next song, speaking of songs I wrote, it's a little bit about some of the old tropes of playing bluegrass music, and it's a little bit what it's like for us as trans and non-binary and queer people playing this kind of music, and it's called the Blue Hair and Pronoun Blues. I've got them big city walk living pronoun blues. Ain't my mama, no, she didn't raise no fool. I've got them big city walk living blue-haired blues. Ain't the Lord know just the way this world can be cruel? Well, it's been 6 years since I went away, and I think about Virginia every single day. I ain't living life my mama's way. In my dreams I go to her, and this is what I say. I've got them big city walk living pronoun blues. Ain't my mama, no, she didn't raise no fool. I've got them big city walk living blue-haired blues. Ain't the Lord know just the way this world can be cruel? There's a stranger staring at me on the L train. More bags to carry, curiosity and shame. Is this little bit of hard living worth the pain? I wish I didn't have to leave home just to hear you say my name. I've got them big city walk living pronoun blues. Ain't my mama, no, she didn't raise no fool. I've got them big city walk living blue-haired blues. Ain't the Lord know just the way this world can be cruel. Well, I didn't know back then that I'd be gone so many years. All I saw was her anger and her need to hold me near. So I told her I was leaving through her tears. But a mother's heart must hold both her children and her fear. I've got them big city walk living pronoun blues. Ain't my mama, no, she didn't raise no fool. I've got them big city walk living blue-haired blues. Ain't the Lord know just the way this world can be cruel? Ain't the Lord know just the way this world can be cruel? I said, ain't the Lord know just the way this world can be cruel? The blue hair and pronoun blues.
All right, our guests this evening on the program are Full Spectrum Bluegrass, and how good it is to have you all here. Enjoyed your songs. That was fun.
Thanks.
Amelia.
We're having a blast playing.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I really like the other one, the Drive Slow tune. That one, I listened to that several times this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a medley of our hit, our single hit. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Well, so yeah, speaking of blues, so I wore my Chicago blues shirt, right? You know, the king of blues, but I don't think of Chicago as like a bluegrass town. What do you all say to the many people, I'm sure, who say that to you when you're out and about?
A lot of different things. There
Yeah.
are a lot of different things we say.
Yeah, say some of them.
Stumbled on
Like to know.
you stumbled on a soapbox a little bit, because I think every bluegrasser from Chicago is trying to prove this a lot. But look, like one thing we're trying to say in that song "Blue Hair and Pronoun Blues" is bluegrass music, by and large, it's not music. I mean, today it's changing a little bit, but it's not music of people actively living and writing about the rural area they grew up in. It's all nostalgia. It's all, I miss the place. And a lot of the Monroe Brothers stuff was written when they lived in Gary, Indiana, just outside of Chicago, longing for their Kentucky home. And so we kind of feel like not only are we blessed to be in an incredible scene in Chicago, but also in a way we're carrying on a tradition of people writing with nostalgia and mixed feelings about the rural South and their homes. And yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I like it. You know, you think of bluegrass and old time music. You think of that culture when you go to festivals and whatnot. The culture says, "Here, we got a jam session going. Take the weight off. Have a seat and pick a little bit." And I like that. And then what you're, I think, doing too then is adding, you know, new stories to that jam session, to that round, that circle. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's welcome in the jam circle if you know how to play.
Yeah, that is. That's part of the
If you know how to
message
play.
too. We take the music seriously. Like, just
do.
because we're from Chicago doesn't mean we haven't studied our stuff and we don't have a deep and lifelong love for this music.
So don't get me wrong. I wasn't suggesting that Chicago is a place where, you know, only bluegrass idiots play. Or only novices play. I wasn't suggesting that. You guys are really accomplished on your instruments. It was more, I just think about bluegrass relies so much on a community, and I was kind of curious to know, like, what kind of a community do you feel you have up there when you're playing bluegrass festivals? Are you always like leaving Chicago?
Well, I can tell
To go
you,
do
we
that?
all met
Yeah,
through jams around the city. There's this great place, Borelli's Pizza. I think it was on a season of Kitchen Nightmares, so watch out for that. I haven't been back since. Well, I haven't had the pizza since, so maybe the pizza is better. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. But anyway, every Thursday, there's just a truly massive jam of everybody from, like, people in local bands to people who just picked up the guitar, people still in elementary school, people who are retired. It's talk about community. That's basically how we all
Nice.
met. In terms of going to festivals, yeah, we got to leave town for that. But
yeah, sure.
I don't know. Maybe we'll change that if we're lucky.
We still see people we know there.
That's
is the
true.
thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody, comes with us. There's familiar faces all over the place. Yeah, it's a great scene in Chicago. So
I love
if you're good at picking, come on out, come on out and play with us.
You know, we had a band here from Chicago a couple of times, Hen House Prowlers.
Oh yeah.
You know the Hen House guys?
Yeah, we're buds. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, all right. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, they were great, and I think we probably had a conversation that's similar to the one we're
Yeah.
having right now.
Those guys deserve a Nobel Prize for the work in this particular realm of validating Chicago as a
Yes.
bluegrass hub.
Yeah.
Well,
And more.
And they just keep on going.
Yeah. 20-some years.
Stratosphere. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's amazing. Yeah, so it seems like a lot of bluegrass musicians arrived to this genre by one of two roads. You know, one is either the Bill Monroe and the Pioneers, you know, they come in that way, or other find the music through things like, you know, the Grateful Dead, Olden in the Way, and that sort of thing. I'm kind of curious to hear you guys talk a little bit about, you know, which road brought each of you to this kind of music. Maybe you could start us off there, Colin.
My
Since you're
dad was-
playing the mandolin, which
That
is
it is not a ukulele, but I won't make any comment if you call it that
we
until
will not
later
call
on.
it that.
My dad, Dennis Cosgrove, was a bluegrass fiddle player. He played for a number of years with Art Stevenson and High Water back in the 90s. So bluegrass has been in my ears since they were developing in the womb. And he tragically passed away when I was about 15 years old, which is, you know, a time when you're really starting to find yourself and your identity, and having access to this music and being able to play it and learn more about it and learn how to play it better and refine my skills and maintain that connection with, you know, my dad, and the experiences we had together growing up was really special to me. And it's just such a gift and blessing to be able to intertwine it with a bunch of weirdos like this and travel around the country, maintaining that legacy, but also breaking new ground.
Colin, is your dad still with us, and does he still play?
No, he passed away in 2013.
Thanks.
But I'm sure he still plays.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he doesn't play anymore. That's right. That's right. Hey, B, what about you? Hi.
I was busy looking at a scratch on my bass, but don't worry, I know the question.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing music in different ways my whole life. I started on the cello way back when, and then the second year of taking cello lessons, they asked all the students if anyone wants to try the bass, the big one.
Yeah. The doghouse.
And the doghouse, thank you. And I said yes because it was big and awesome. And through playing that, I then picked up electric. Yeah, and the specific way I got into bluegrass is in college. I was studying theater at Northwestern, and I was trying to write a musical about the guy who founded the Appalachian Trail, a like 2,000 some mile long trail on the East Coast. He's an interesting guy. And because it's very woodsy, I wanted it to be bluegrass music. So I bought a mandolin, I bought a banjo, and I just started learning as much as I could. And I'll tell you, the musical theater didn't really stick around for me, but the bluegrass did, and here we are.
Lucky for us. Yeah.
Thank God.
Well, but I have to ask you about the bass. You sort of brushed by the sort of signature, instrument in the bluegrass band.
True. I'm a little sick of telling people about it, but
Sorry.
my left shoulder, my left shoulder's a little bit busted right now. Just kind of a playing injury. It's these things are complicated, but luckily I've been playing electric for about as long as I've been playing upright since I was pretty young. So the pivot was easy, and I think it's just kind of pushed us into further being our own thing. It's just another thing that's a little bit. I mean, obviously you've got Hot Rise, you got Newgrass Revival. Like plenty of bands have had electric before, but
Yes.
I don't see a lot of electric bass at festivals, and I don't know. It's fun and it's bright yellow. I mean, it just adds a certain degree of a certain je ne sais quoi.
And it doesn't take up a ton of room. And
yeah, we
you don't
can-
need a separate vehicle to carry it.
We came here in Cece's pickup truck, and because I brought the space, we were able to fit.
Hey, thanks, Luke. How about you?
Yeah.
What's your story?
Well, it's the other one from CC. It's the hippie,
Oh, you-
dirty way. I was, in high school, I liked the Grateful Dead and all that. stuff, and I did a lot of music as a kid, like just playing the piano and singing and stuff like that. So I had a sort of a musical foundation. But then I stumbled across this guy called Billy Strings. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before.
Never heard of him.
But I found him, and I thought this way of playing music was a really cool sound. It's like the bluegrass bug just bit me, man. And for a hot minute there, I refused to listen to anything with drums in it. So, yeah, it was Billy Strings put me onto it, and then I learned about Doc Watson and Tony Rice and Norman Blake and Larry Sparks and Bill Monroe and Charlie Monroe and Ralph Stanley and
Come on, keep going.
Colin Cosgrove. I learned about Colin Cosgrove through this music, and that is probably one of the most fruitful relationships of my life. You know, these three people here, divulging from the question here, but it really changed my life in a profound way to be able to play this music with these people and creatively express myself in a way that I had never been able to find before. So I'm glad I was a dirty little hippie in high school, I guess.
Well, Luke, you know what? The next time I ask this question about people tracing their bluegrass roots, I have to have. It's really It's really three roads now, right? Because Billy Strings is the new one, and how many players have come out here to tell us that Billy Strings changed their lives?
Yeah. Probably at least one.
At least for sure one, for sure.
I know a few.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of people who did it before him, though.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I just need to.
Krause, another Illinois native.
True.
Shout out.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. All right. Hey, you're last, Amelia.
I sort of banjo was my first instrument. Bluegrass was the second genre of music I really loved. I really loved like emo, post-hardcore when I was in middle and high school, and then I was.
When was that?
Last year.
Okay. No, I mean like 10 years ago. 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
about
I was just trying to
15
think about who
20.
those bands would be.
Yeah. And I was looking to learn an instrument when I was in high school. My brother is a classical violinist, conductor, music teacher. My middle brother was like a cool guy, surfer, acoustic guitar strummer. And I was, because I was 15, thinking, what's the instrument I could put all my energy into that will make my family be like, what the hell is she doing? And I got a banjo. My parents are like pop country people. I certainly listened to Alison Krauss and Johnny Cash, but they were not bluegrassers. But I was so lucky to have an amazing banjo teacher. I grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia, not a ton of bluegrass culture. But my banjo teacher was amazing, and she and her wife took me under their wing and took me to festivals and taught me how to jam with respect and the etiquette and what was expected from a banjo player, and I got hooked. Yeah.
Nice. Well, you do a great job, Scruggs style. So have you ever done clawhammer?
I actually
been
have
interested?
a funny. So hopefully my banjo teacher won't listen to this. I wanted to learn clawhammer really quite badly. I loved that style of music, and she told me, in 8 years you'll thank me for making you learn three finger. Because if I let you switch to clawhammer, you're gonna learn a little bit and then give up. But if you switch to three finger while I'm here to push you, you'll be really thankful in the future. And I am really thankful. I'd like to play clawhammer too, but I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so was Blue Hair and Pronouns? Was that autobiographical?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of creative liberty. The origin is like an internet meme of calling someone who's like very visibly queer and liberal somebody with blue hair and pronouns.
Oh, okay.
And I used to have blue hair, like the stereotype I am, and
and pronouns.
And one time we were passing around breaks, standard bluegrass practice, and B said, "Hey, you with the blue hair and pronouns, dig a break." And I what really was like, I do this a lot with writing, pick up a particular phrase and say, that has to be a song. And then it ended up going from quite a silly phrase, which is maybe the full spectrum experience, silly, high energy musically, and then became this really heartfelt and true story about my experience moving to Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I guess I was kind of wondering if, like, you talk in the song about your mom being concerned about the way she raised you. I'm
Yeah,
certain. I was just curious if she was more concerned about the banjo than she was about the blue hair.
I always joke that the thing that gets me the most hate is not liking ice cream. People couldn't care less about the banjo or transness or queerness, but when you tell a Midwesterner that you don't like ice cream, they go ballistic.
I think we can end the show right now, Ed.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I
I'm
think
just
we're all
now
done.
learning
I
this,
think we're all
Amelia.
done here.
But she did, yeah, and she had I don't want to, put her business out too much. She had a tough time, not so much of the banjo. She was
Yeah.
happy that I was excited and
Yeah.
putting my energy into something. She now really loves bluegrass, but she had a tough time, and I played her the song a couple of years ago, and she said, of course it's painful, but also what could I ask better than a child who's like writing their truth and expressing themselves artistically? I thought that was really beautiful.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it's amazing. Let's get back to some more music. All
right.
right, full spectrum bluegrass.
Just some more Amelia Mason originals here. And I'm going to make sure I'm really, really super duper extra smextra in tunes. Because we want this to be good, because it's going on tape, man. But this next one is a tune. There's a lot of songs, as you guys in the room and maybe watching at home probably know, songs in bluegrass about trains. So we like those. We like to ride on them. Public transport is lovely. I don't know what you guys have here in Lexington, but it's pretty sweet in Chicago. Takes you there fast, except for when there's delays and such. So we wrote a song about when it's terrible. Tell me where, Cece, tell me where. B? C?
My B string too, solidarity.
Cool, this
This is
person
why we
over
pay
here,
CC.
they're like my second set of ears. Alrighty. I'm stuck here at the station under leaden skies. All the strangers round me dressed in black. All I got's this Martin and $10 to my name. And I'm stuck here waiting for a train. When my train comes, I will roll, roll, roll. When my train comes, you will see. When my train comes, I'll go flying through the city. When my train comes. Back home in Virginia, the spring is coming on. But up here, the icy wind still blows. Back then, people loved me. Now no one knows my name. And I'm stuck here waiting for a train. When my train comes, I will roll, roll, roll. When my train comes, you will see. When my train comes, I'll go flying through the city. When my train comes. If I had the money, I'd call myself a cab. Toss this old Martin in the back. Rain or snow or sunshine, it all would be the same. And I'm stuck here waiting for a train. When my train comes, I will roll, roll, roll. When my train comes, you will see. When my train comes, I'll go flying through the city.
got a fresh original, as yet unreleased.
Yeah. All the originals you heard up to this point are out on our first ever studio release titled Homesick. You can find it anywhere on streaming. And this next one's another original by Amelia. I love to sing these tunes that she writes. Sometimes it really feels like they're for me. This next one is one of many such cases. It's funny, she wrote it just kind of as an abstract thing, and then she told me about it, and I was like, that really happened to me. And it's called Didn't Take a Thing. Forced the door, left footprints across the floor, broke a banjo string, but they didn't take a thing. Smashed a bottle, smoked my weed, moved around everything I need. Broke a banjo string, but they didn't take a thing. She called me at work the other day, said it happened when we were both away. Living in the city, gotta take what you can get. She didn't sound all that upset. They broke the windows, forced the door, left footprints across the floor, broke a banjo string, but they didn't take a thing. Nothing if it's still old wood, but I don't see how it did him any good. Like my jewelry and a new TV, it's like they're trying to send a message to me. They broke the windows, forced the door, left footprints across the floor, broke a banjo string, but they didn't take a thing. Smashed a bottle, smoked my weed, moved around everything I need. Broke a banjo string, but they didn't take a thing. They got a shorter span of attention, less patient and quick to get even. Now I see what she meant. They broke the windows, forced the door, left footprints across the floor, broke a banjo string, but they didn't take a thing. Smashed a bottle, smoked my weed, moved around everything I need. Broke a banjo string, but they didn't take a thing. Hold on.
Alrighty, we got one more in this last block for you. We're going up to the key of A. For those of you keeping track at home, that's capo 2. 3 sharps.
Got some A fans.
Big fans of the key of A. We're going to play that old Columbus Stockade Blues, which is in the public domain, I'll have you know, but I recently learned it off of a record that is not in the public domain, but it's still fair game as far as I know.
I hope not anybody.
Well, if that special person made the record come to Colin, I don't know, I'll buy him a coffee. We'll work it out. Way down in Columbus, Georgia, I long to be in Tennessee. Way down in Columbus Arcade, my friends, they turn their backs on me. So go and leave me if you wish to. Never let it cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave that on, I don't mind. Many a night with you I've rambled, many an hour with you I've spent. Thought I'd have your heart forever, but I found that it was only Lent. So go and leave me if you wish to. Never let it cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave it on, I don't mind. Last night, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt that you were in my arms. When I woke, I was mistaken. Lord, I was still behind those bars. So go and leave me if you wish to. Never let it cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave it all and I don't mind. Go ahead and leave it all and I don't mind. Woo! Thank you.
All right. Well, before we get on with more music, I'd like to take a moment to remind listeners of Red Barn Radio live streams, both tonight's and on any given Wednesday night, remain available online for you to view at your convenience, as well as our live audio streams, compliments of WGAD.net in Central New York. Do you love what you hear on Red Barn Radio? I don't hear you. Do you love what you hear? Yeah. Do you love what you hear on Red Barn Radio? Well, you got to help us grow our audience, folks. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share a favorite performance. Introduce a friend to the show. How about that? Are you going to introduce somebody tonight to Red Barn Radio? Do it, please. Another thing you can do to support us is to visit our online merch store. We have tons of fun items at the store. And I think one of our very favorites out there right now, just selling like hotcakes, is the black Red Barn Radio coffee mug. And wait a minute, where's mine? Who took mine? Oh, I got it. Come here. Where'd you get that mug? Come on up here to the microphone. Tell us where you. Come on around this way.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, where are you here from, and how'd you get that mug?
Well, I'm from Western Massachusetts, a small little town called Shelburne Falls, and have always been a big fan of Red Barn Radio.
They got bluegrass music there?
Lots of bluegrass music.
All right. And what is it that you like especially? I mean, you have, I know you must have a lot of Red Barn Radio swag at your home.
I do.
What do you like in particular about the black Red Barn Radio coffee mug?
Well, it's got a handle. It's open on top.
Okay.
It holds my coffee perfectly, and it keeps it especially warm. But what I really like is the slick Red Barn logos on each side, because every time I take a sip, I'm reminded of roots music, Southern style.
Wow, that's excellent, buddy. Come on back to the show sometime.
All
We'll
right,
sign
thank
you up.
you
We'll
very
put you on,
much.
get you on the staff here. All right. Very nice. How about that? So remember, every purchase that you make at our web store helps support the program, keeps great music, roots music, Southern style, as this gentleman just said. You'll find links on our website, Facebook page, and in our weekly newsletter. Thanks for being part of the Red Barn Radio community. Buy one of those black mugs. Our guest next week will be Caden Glover. Growing up in the small town of Union, West Virginia, Caden was surrounded by old timers, he says. While no one in his family played an instrument, he got bored. Sounds familiar. And decided he would learn to play the banjo. How about that? He taught himself to play bluegrass banjo at a young age. That led to Caden picking up a guitar as well. Eventually, he would grow to love Southern rock, blues, country, folk music with big inspirations such as Doc Watson, Jim Croce, Allman Brothers, and Leonard Skinner. These inspirations molded his voice to what it is today. His knowledge and playability of music is expansive. Caden has music across all platforms, telling tales of Appalachia. You got to check him out before next week, and then join us for our live stream next week with Caden Glover. Now let's get back to the Full Spectrum Bluegrass Band from Chicago, Rogers Park, Chicago.
Thanks, Bruce. We're going to do another tune off of our EP that came out in November of last year called Traveling Girl. And this song is rooted in my experiences being fortunately married to somebody who has lived in many places all over the world and comes from a different country than I grew up in. And I just love that so much about her and get to celebrate that through song. And she's real good looking too. And you'll hear a little bit of that intertwine. My cigarette lighter burns something brighter from the pictures that you sent this morning. In your lipstick liner, couldn't get any finer. Laying across the floor, and I hear the angels singing for me when you're making them big old brown eyes. And I don't care, my head's all empty. You went and you done blew my mind. My thunder gets to rumbling and gets me to wondering just exactly how to keep you around. When you're trucking and hauling and carrying it all in that heart that you call your hometown. I'm a homebody, baby, but I wouldn't say maybe if you asked me to take on the world. I'd gather my things and I'd play and I'd sing all my songs for my traveling girl. The weather in yours, how it is here in mine. Do the clouds let the sunlight on through? 'Cause it's cold as shit here most of the time. I'd like to get warm next to you. My thunder gets to rumbling and gets me to wondering just exactly how to keep you around. When you're trucking and hauling and carrying it all in that heart that you call your hometown. I'm a homebody, baby, but I wouldn't say maybe if you asked me to take on the world. I'd gather my things and I'd play and I'd sing all my songs for my traveling girl. Outside my window, the train passes by. Wouldn't that be a beautiful sound? To know you're on board, all lonesome and high, or a visit to my old stomping ground. My thunder gets to rumbling and gets me to wondering just exactly how to keep you around. When you're trucking and hauling and carrying it all in that heart that you call your hometown. I'm a homebody, baby, but I wouldn't say maybe if you asked me to take on the world. I'd gather my things and I'd play and I'd sing all my songs for my traveling girl. All my songs for my traveling girl. All right. Thanks.
I'm gonna sing another one, if that's all right by you guys. And it's gonna be another one written by the great the great Amelia Mason. The great and current Amelia Mason, songwriter and banjo player extraordinaire. And it's also the last tune that we have on tonight's set list that's off our record. So you'll have heard them all. You can make a full decision on if you like it or not just listening to this. So go buy it or something. Yeah, it's a tune called Jack Pine.
It's about trees. We're
about
city
trees.
kids, but this song's about
Trees and
trees
nothing
and
else.
There's no
forest.
metaphor. Jack Pine, the loggers pass you by, out in the mountains where it's only you and I, so big and tall that you blot out the sky. Jack Pine, dark against the sky. Back in my young days, I didn't know how mighty trees out of sand could grow. I lived in confusion and foolishness, and I didn't know the names of the trees way back when. Jack Pine, the loggers pass you by, out in the mountains where it's only you and I, so big and tall that you blot out the sky. Jack Pine, dark against the sky. I didn't know the names of the trees way back when, and I heard all the people that I counted as my friends. My memories come back in the silence of the woods to relive my young days. Lord, I never would. Jack Pine, the loggers passed you by, out in the mountains where it's only you and I, so big and tall that you blot out the sky. Jack Pine, dark against the sky.
about the sky. Jack pine, dark against the sky.
Thank you. This is a real special time, real treat for us to be able to play here. I'd like to thank Red Barn Radio for having us. A lot of heroes have graced this stage, and y'all have been real patient with us and kind to us, and it means a lot. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'll just say we've been obsessed with Tyler Childers for the past year since he put out that new record, and of course, iconic recordings right here from Tyler.
Okay. All right, we're gonna do a song where I get to play guitar. This is kind of inspired by Talking Blues, little Chicago blues flavor for you. But I didn't come to that through the originals. I came through kind of like third, fourth generation singer-songwriter blues people like Townes Van Zandt. This one's called Talkin' Tall Girl Blues. Well, I never did get to be one of those girls with dainty eyebrows and hair up in curls, oversized shirts that they wore as dresses. They were born to be girls, and I had to take lessons. Mama didn't teach me foundation or lipstick. Even if she had, I wouldn't have listened. Come to think of it, I doubt that her mama taught her, considering Grandma found makeup a chore. But I grew up taller than my closest friends. Not that great of a girl to begin. Worry that I make other women uneasy when they walk out of a stall in a bathroom and see me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't it small, the space you made for me? And I never did learn how to properly flirt. It's been months since I talked to a man outside of work. Too slow to smile, too quick to correct him, too angry or sad or mean or direct. Posture is big and my voice low and raw. Since 12 years old, I've had hair on my jaw. I feel like a square peg in a round hole, like I don't belong, and everyone knows. Now I ain't trying to say I was never made welcome. I've had every resource and friends to help me. Just that for me it was always a question of if I belonged or if others felt threatened. Oh, I forgot the last verse. That's okay. And I wouldn't tell you to take up less space or imply that a smile looks better on your face. So don't you begrudge me my size 14 shoes or 1 single inch of these tall girl blues.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't it small, the space you made for me? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ain't it small, the space you made for me? Ain't it small, the space you made for me?
It's the risk of writing songs with lots of syllables.
Can we talk some more?
Sure.
Yes, please.
All right. That was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the I guess what's happened with a lot of full spectrum stuff is we're combining this really high energy, goofy, happy music and yeah, like pretty confessional songwriting. Of course, that's like one of my favorite genres. So.
Yeah, so you all play at some traditional bluegrass events and festivals and whatnot, and so can you talk a little bit about the response, some of the responses you get when you play songs like Blue Hair and Pronouns and Talking Tall Girls and If You Don't Like Me, Leave Me, and what happens?
I would say, generally speaking, everybody, before we leave,
people tend to like get nervous on our behalf, think it won't be receptive. And then when we're there, inevitably we get somebody who says, I've always loved bluegrass, but I always kind of hide my queerness when I'm in this circle. I didn't know this was something I could do. Or these songs really speak to my experience. Or also like, I was kind of skeptical, but when I saw what it was all about, I can really dig it, and I can dig the music, and I can resonate with the emotional truth and the rhythm. And I will say, bluegrass brings people together, and we are so blessed to be in a genre that maybe fights against a lot of stereotypes about itself, but people love the music and believe in the music and have open ears and open hearts.
Yeah, because honestly, it seems to me that of all the places where that would be small for you, bluegrass would be maybe even the smallest. I mean, it's bluegrass culture is a little, maybe a little bro-y, but it's also you know, a lot of times older folks who love bluegrass music and come to the festivals for the music and for the traditionals, but also for the gospel sings.
Yes.
Right? That happen the day after the festival, Sunday mornings, that everybody is seen off doing the. So it's interesting to me that you guys have chosen this space, and it sounds to me like you're actually feeling like maybe the space is larger than you had imagined it would be.
And a lot of love in that space. And that also gives us a chance to tease. We'll do a little gospel for y'all in a minute, or our version of gospel.
Yeah. And I hate, I don't want to go into any places under the impression that they're going to be, discriminatory or not accepting towards us, because when you really start to think about it, and we constantly get asked about being, who we are in the genre that we play. And I do think it kind of presumes a little bit about bluegrass fans and like what type of person that is. And then on top of that, even if it is that kind of person, it's kind of making a prescription of their beliefs, before we've even heard any of it. And, I think a lot of what causes people to protest against stuff like this is, just plain ignorance. So putting it in a space that someone who maybe has not ever spoken to somebody like us is comfortable with, I think is a really powerful way of bridging, whatever it is that we think is going on between us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I found that, you can think of this band and what we're trying to do is like the up-tempo bluegrass stuff, the trad stuff, the silly stuff as being like the gift wrapping around the real message about like, hey, we're trans people, we have humanity, and we all, don't want to bore you to death with the message, but I've also found that it's kind of the opposite is true, is that playing this music has helped me become acquainted with so many people and look deeper into people than I would have myself. And like, I'll be honest, I want a lot of, I think maybe it's slightly more pressing that more people start seeing trans people as humans than it is I particularly befriend a lot of crotchety old dudes. But both are good and have been a really special part of this band.
I think I really like the way that you guys are doing it. It seems very healthy, and I don't know, it just sounds to me like it would be exhausting to be sort of entangled in traveling town to town, carrying, the identity politics and
the banjo's heavy too.
And
It's all love, man.
Yeah.
We're just getting started too.
Tell me, this is the first stop on our tour.
Wow. And so how long have you all actually been an entity?
2 years?
2 years.
Two or three, I think.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming up on 3?
Yeah.
How's that?
Wow. You guys also played the Gaze and Phase Festival, right? And which in Iowa. And I would love for you to tell folks about that, because I know some of our listeners would probably be really interested in visiting and checking it out. What's the deal? It happens at a school?
Of sorts.
Yeah.
It's an educational experience in a lot of capacities. It's primarily an indie and hardcore festival, and Leroy, forgive me if I'm botching your mission statement, but the idea is that these folks are putting on a festival with the idea of creating an oasis in Iowa, which can typically otherwise be a sort of threatening place to reside for anyone with identities that might widely be regarded as outsiders, with emphasis on the queer element. And we had just about the most fun of our lives that weekend.
Pretty much life-changing for all of us.
Yeah.
And it's funny, one thing I'll say is we're talking about being ambassadors for our identities in bluegrass circles. At Gaze and Phase and some queer spaces we are, it's the flip. It's queer people being like, I didn't know bluegrass was cool. Bluegrass is kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. You know, I was reading something about, I was trying to learn about that festival, and I saw that one of the themes there was, or it was on a lot of the merchandise, the idea of a queer joy is resistance. I wonder, could you talk about that a little bit, Amelia?
Yeah, I mean, I think the basis of that idea is that if queerness is differing from what the system expects you to be and maybe punishes you for not being, whether that's gay or trans or just visibly different, being joyful and proud and embracing every element of that instead of censoring it for the people around you is fundamentally not just challenging those systems, but also everybody else around you sees, hey, not everybody is within this. There's other people that are struggling to build something beautiful outside, and I can participate in that, and I can support and be supported by those people. And it's not, like, it doesn't change everything. It's not all gone in a flash, but it really is one of the things that makes our band tick, and one of the things that makes life worth living for us is that experience of being authentically ourselves and resonating with other people who are doing that.
Oh, very nice. So when I think about bluegrass music and what it means in terms of community, I think about the times when I was going to some of these bluegrass and old-time festivals with my daughter, now an adult, and what an impact it had on her, how many mentors she had. At every single place we went, there was somebody 20 years older than me saying, come over here and pick me a tune. Come over here and play me a tune. And, it was powerful for her, and it made me wonder for you guys, if you each could reference somebody who you consider, somebody in particular who you would consider a mentor for you. You've already mentioned your dad, as a big one for you, but I'd love to hear from the rest of you about that. How have you been mentored in musically and otherwise?
I got a couple of people in mind. First of all, I kind of mentioned my banjo teachers, Karen Roberts and Lynn Kelly. I think they're sailing around the world right now. They're kind of off the grid. They might not see this.
How do banjo teachers afford to sail around the world?
Oh, I don't know. They're awesome. They're amazing humans.
Paid an arm and a leg for those lessons.
Yeah, man.
And those folks. And then I also want to shout out my current banjo teacher. I take lessons sometimes with BB Bowness, who's based in Boston. Amazing banjo player from New Zealand, and she gave me the advice that echoes in my head all the time, which is I was talking about an unwelcoming bluegrass experience, and she said, yeah, what really helps is the better you get, the more welcoming people are. So inspiring me to practice.
Yeah, nice. Luke?
Yeah, I mean, lessons-wise, I've taken a lot from Jake Eddy in West Virginia. He's a real monster guitar player. He tears it up
Yeah, he sells some expensive guitars too.
Yes, he does. Home
What
Run
the
Vintage
hell?
Guitars in Parkersburg, West Virginia. You can go check it out.
Man.
You're welcome, Jake, for the plug.
Yeah.
But
Just
he's a
talk
real
to
monster
him,
picker.
yeah.
He actually helped me come up with all of the breaks that I put on the record that we put out. So that was really cool. Who else, man? It's Dobro Steve. Shout out to Dobro Steve back home.
We won't explain it at all.
Steve Mahler, the Dobro Ronin. He's just an awesome guy, and I think he's cool, so I'll count him as a mentor. And then, honestly, in my day-to-day life as a musician, my biggest mentor is probably this thing over to my right. This sexy little thing.
Your human tuner.
Yeah, my second set of ears. Yeah.
Nice. B?
See, I was glad I'm gonna go last because I was gonna be corny, and I'm honestly say these people. I mean, like I said, I've been playing music for a long time, and I listen to a ton of bluegrass. But in terms of actually learning how to play and be an ensemble and really tighten up music like this, I mean, it's these people you see, and our wonderful fiddle player Emily, who is at home. She's about to have a baby, so she's at home. And yeah, I mean, they're gonna hate that I'm gonna do this, but especially Cece here has taught us so much. There are so many classic bluegrass tunes that in my mind are Cece tunes. That's just where I learned them. There's so many tunes that have 100 iconic versions, but in my mind, they are full spec jam tunes. I learned them picking in the park with these people.
Nice.
And it's kind of hard to put into words how important these people are to me and to learning bluegrass.
And Emily back home, we love you.
And Emily, yes.
Come next time, Emily. All right. Well, thanks, B. And thanks to you all. We've got some more music to play, right?
Yeah. Huh.
All right. Let's get back to it with Full Spectrum Bluegrass. Tell me about this next tune. What's this one about?
This is the first time this tune is going to make its way into the public eye. It's called If You Don't Like Me, Leave Me, and my inspiration for it was seeing a lot of bumper stickers and t-shirts to the likes of if you don't like it, leave it, or if this flag offends you, I'll help you pack, that sort of thing. Which, if that's your energy, fine by me, but I kind of reversed it to suggest if you don't like me, leave me the hell alone. Just, stay out of my business and we'll be okay. And I'm switching from the mandolin to the guitar, 1969 D28 Martin I inherited from my late father. Wow. Special opportunity to be able to play it for you here, Bruce. Doing okay up there, Ed? All right, great.
If you don't like me, leave me, baby. There's no need to stay. There ain't no use in using me. You still won't get your way. I know you'd like to let me know just how I let you down. But if you don't like me, leave me. There's no need to stick around. I've heard you talking to your friends. I've heard it through the vine. But you don't care where I've been or how I spend my time. I've also heard Chicago's nice for making a brand new start. It's got the chilly winds and snow to match your ice cold heart. If you don't like me, leave me, baby. There's no need to stay. There ain't no use in using me. You still won't get your way. I know you'd like to let me know just how I let you down. But if you don't like me, leave me. There's no need to stick around. Don't wish away your earthly days. Don't wait on me to change. I wouldn't want to waste your time with pointless little games. Don't hurt yourself trying to remember what this was about. Don't let the door hit your what for as you make your way out. If you don't like me, leave me, baby. There's no need to stay. There ain't no use your way. I know you'd like to let me know just how I let you down. But if you don't like me, leave me, there's no need to stick around. If you don't like me, leave me, baby, there's no need to stay. There ain't no use in using me, you still won't get your way. I know you'd like to let me know just how I let you down. But if you don't like me, leave me, there's no need to stick around. No, if you don't like me, leave me, there's no need to stick around.
Up next, I'm gonna sing another a traditional tune for you. It's a real old tune. Nobody knows who wrote it. It was popularized, I believe, by the Carter family and Flatt Scruggs and the Stanley brothers and all those guys.
This is some of that trad grass, so if you're old and crotchety, now's the time to pay attention.
Yeah, old and crotchety, but I'll tell you what, I learned this song from a kid who's 15 years old. I love that little boy. Shout out to Vance Bonebreak on the mandolin. He taught me this one.
Vance.
And he also taught me that it's good to tune your instrument up so you're playing in tune. The song is called Worried Man Blues. I don't know why I said that like a question. The song is called Worried Man Blues.
It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. I went to the river and I laid down to sleep. I went to the river and I laid down to sleep. I went to the river and I laid down to sleep. When I woke, there's shackles on my feet. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Worried, chain around my leg, 21 lengths of chain around my leg, 21 lengths of chain around my leg, and on each length an initial of my name. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. If anyone should ask you, well, who composed this song? If anyone should ask you, who composed this song? If anyone should ask you, well, who composed this song? Just say it was I'll sing it all day long. It takes a worried man
man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got one more for you. And it's an original that Cece wrote.
Called Don't Jump In. Don't you start singing, you don't know the song. Don't get behind the wheel if you've been on the road. If you're taking orders and you don't know why, won't listen to your problems, don't want to see you cry. Rivers cold and deep and fast, you ought not jump in if you haven't learned to swim. Don't you get to singing if you don't know the song. Don't get behind the wheel if you've been on the road too long. I'm not here to listen to your troubles and your ills. If you can't swing the hammer, you ought not hold the drill. Rivers cold and deep and fast, you ought not jump in. You haven't learned to swim. Stranger taking names and raising hell. He spent all of his money sitting by the wishing well. Asked his only savior to make his wish come true. Satan got a hold of him and showed him what to do. Rivers cold and deep and fast, you ought not jump in if you haven't learned to swim. Dogs to barking and biting just for fun. Don't go and earn your badge just so you can use the gun. If you're giving orders, well, you don't have to die. You hear the screaming echo for the rest of your young life. Rivers cold and deep and fast, you ought not jump in if you haven't learned to swim.
Nice.
Straight up, Bruce.
We'd like to thank tonight's guest, Full Spectrum Bluegrass Band, for being with us on Red Barn Radio. We also want to thank you, whether you're listening online on our growing network of radio stations, watching online, joining us through social media, or tuning in somewhere else in the world. We're grateful you spend part of your week with us each and every week. Special thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's NPR news leader. For those of you here in the Bluegrass, you got to be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program on ABC 36 WTVQ and anytime on the Red Barn Radio YouTube channel. Red Barn Radio comes to you from the LexArts Performance Hall here in the grand city of Lexington, Kentucky. You can learn more about our guests, upcoming programs, and everything happening. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. Now, before we close out the evening, let's bring back Full Spectrum Bluegrass Band for, I think they have one more tune for us.
If you'll have it.
We will have it. All right.
I'm really delighted, just delighted to not be the one tuning the guitar right now.
Tempted and tried, we're off made to wonder why it should be thus all the day long, while there are others living about us, never molested, though in the wrong. Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. When we see Jesus coming in glory, when he comes from his home in the sky, then we shall meet him in that bright mansion. We'll understand it all by and by. Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along,
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks, Ed.
Nice job. Well, that's it for our show for this week. Thank you for spending part of your day with us, whether you're listening live, or catching up online, or discovering these performances through one of our broadcast partners. We're so grateful to have you with us again this week. If you enjoy what we do, please take a moment. Share a performance, leave a comment, subscribe to the newsletter. Those simple acts help Red Barn Radio move to the future, reach new listeners, and continue bringing great artists to audiences across the region and beyond. Thanks for supporting Red Barn Radio and our mission to bring you roots music, Southern style. I'm Bradford Becker. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time on Red Barn Radio.